Harbor Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Duke's offense will start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the tailback. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nittany Lions offense has its first opportunity of the day, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. To the air on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Little. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Looking for a gap. It's Moore. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun to give, looking for room. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Complete in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got it in the middle. It's Anthony. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Run in the red zone, it's Moore. Quick spin on the ride. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barges ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll pull it on the read. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back. 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Penn. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Trying play action. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Anthony. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the defense, got him at the 27.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. Right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, 3rd and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
And the Blue Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now on second down. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on its way. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Here's a heat. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. That's caught. It's Ross. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Now, we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
On the run, it's Allen. Still running at the 40. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this defense gets the sack and puts them in 3rd and long. And I tell you what, this offense, they just got to stay out of those situations. Last drive, they got in it and they had the punt. This drive, getting in it again, predictable situations are really hard to protect your quarterback.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. On the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.